talk about this year's E3, which had me so pumped. But,
Oh, God.
What?
No, say I made a heart attack. I'm okay.
Oh, okay. Well, glad you're okay. Don't die on my video. Please.
Why? It'll give you tons of ratings, or views, or whatever.
Highly doubt that. I don't think people like watching...
I have been ingesting nothing but caffeine and sugar since I woke up at 7 in the morning.
This is true. Why am I my Titan? I don't understand. Why am I a Titan right now?
Alright, so let's get the show started.
So, with E3, freaking... You guys have to understand, we're both huge comic book nerds.
Even if I haven't been catching up lately.
It's alright, it's alright. My comic collection has been growing, because it dwindled a lot over the past few years. But, we're gonna start with something that... I was at the, PlayStation Experience at the theater near us, and, I legit stood up and screamed and did a fist pump because I was so excited. We're gonna start with Spider-Man.
Like, yeah!
First off, Brian, you said you didn't see like the PlayStation thing, but you saw the Spider-Man trailer.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna pull it up right in front of me. That way we can just freaking go over it.
I can go over by memory.
Well, what do you freaking do for
Plus
you?
my computer's acting funky.
Okay, well.
So.
But with this freaking Spider-Man game, I'm like, oh my god, I don't know how to feel.
I'm interested as to how traversing the evil city is. Obviously, it's more.
Well, it looks like Spider-Man 2. Here we go.
Right.
I'm pulling it up again because freaking amazing trailer.
People see me and think they're safer.
By the way, it's not Josh Key.
But it's
Good.
not really me they're seeing.
Turn it up a little bit.
Probably for the best. Knowing everything hinges on a guy from Queens
feel like this
sounds as scary as it feels.
It reminds me of one of my favorite voice actors, Yuri Lowenthal. In fact, I think it actually might be him.
Right?
Is that who it is?
I feel like that. Oh, God. Sorry. I feel like that's who it is. And you can do that.
It sounds like him. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Pun fully intended. No.
I'm genuinely shocked.
He actually does a lot of voice work, though. I think he has more roles than Nolan North. Yeah, he's Sasuke from Naruto.
I don't know how I know that.
Because I idolize him, and I've probably talked about it before.
And I'm pretty sure you want to suck him off. I'm just kidding.
No, that's Stephen Amell.
I do think it's a... Who doesn't? Have you watched Arrow?
Alright, let me actually do something in my game. It's... We'll see,
No.
we'll see. But anyhow, we're not here to talk about TV, we're here to talk about video games.
The Spider-Man costume, how did you feel when you first saw it? Like, your immediate reaction?
My immediate reaction was, what? Yes! What? Yes! Like, that snap moment
Yeah.
was pretty much me. Because I didn't expect the huge white spider.
Yeah, which is interesting. Because,
It's definitely interesting.
I mean, obviously, Spider-Man has worn white before, Feature Foundation.
Which, honestly, is one of my favorite costumes.
Right. even the Spider-Man black suit, which is my favorite costume, you know, he has the big white spider. Granted, it's different. It doesn't go over his shoulders in most versions. The costume doesn't bother me. I mean, I know it bothers a lot of people who are like, oh, it should be black. I mean, I feel like if it was black, though, it would look actually kind of bad, just the way it's designed. I feel like it'd be way overbearing. The white makes it stand. It's kind of like the Arkham Batman, where the Arkham Batman doesn't kind of really look like your traditional Batman all that much. Especially like Arkham Knight and Arkham Origins, he really doesn't look like your traditional Batman. He looks different. You know, he stands out, and that's like you can identify that as that game's Batman. Do I think this will be the Arkham Spider-Man? I mean, I don't know. Time will tell. This game's supposed to come out like some point, like soon, I think. I think they said like next year, possibly.
Probably early next year, or probably just in time for Homecoming. I'm wondering if it's going to be a tie-in, and that's the suit we're going to get in the movie.
That was the rumor I heard, was that there was a rumor circulating that Sony somehow it's got like leaks or something where there was a Homecoming game being worked on. I mean, obviously Spider-Man movie games 9 times out of 10 go hand in hand. Spider-Man 1, the movie game, I think was actually pretty good for its time. And then Spider-Man 2 just blew out of the water. Spider-Man 3 was terrible, much like the movie. The Amazing Spider-Man game was okay, it was good.
Yeah, the first one was. The second one was kind of, yeah.
Had good ideas, but failed in a lot of aspects. And I feel like as the most recent Spider-Man game, you know, we should probably discuss that a little bit too, and how this is probably different from that. It seems like they took the idea of the web rush mode, just like from how I saw Spider-Man travel and move around from places, but it seems like it might be implemented better.
Yeah, honestly, web rush, if you learned how to use it, was really good.
Which, I mean, it took a while to learn, because a lot of people just, at first I just used it to zip all over the city, and honestly I feel like it was better in the first game than it was in the second game. In the second game, a lot of the controls were just kind of all over the place. Spider-Man feels kind of light in the second game, where he doesn't feel heavy. Like, you know, that's what worked about the PlayStation 2 Spider-Man, was that what they did was they created a whole new physics engine to make him do that. They work with physics, they work with gravity. Like, okay, how would a guy swing around like this? Oh, well, he'd swing like this. The thing that, as weird as this sounds, you know, the thing that took me out of the Amazing Spider-Man movie, now Ultimate Spider-Man Web of Shadows too, is it Web of Shadows? Yes, Web of Shadows also had this too, surprisingly. As far as I remember, it had this. Was that the webs, when you swing from them, would stick to a building, and they would sometimes hang there until,
well,
you know, you should.
Well, no. They haven't had that since Spider-Man 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Like, ever since Spider-Man 3, the video game, they just freaking... Well, it wasn't that bad. Honestly, some of the boss fights in that were kind of...
I played a PS2 version, so come talk to me about that one.
That's the version I played too.
That was terrible. You can't deny that.
I enjoyed some of the boss fights.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That was almost 10 years ago, man.
Oh, God. Showing our age here. Showing our age. Never thought I'd say that in a YouTube video.
Batman Begins is 11 years old, man.
Don't say that.
Batman Forever is 21.
Don't say that either.
Batman Forever, you finally go out drinking.
Only if I can bring Chris O'Donnell with me.
Yes. But,
I feel like he'd be a fun guy to drink with.
Probably is. But again, back to Spider-Man. I definitely do like how the eyes move again, like how in Civil War they moved, and you know, and also it's
awkward,
tradition that Spider-Man's Huh?
Nothing.
Oh, one moment, sorry.
It's all good.
But regardless, it's way too early to make any sort of decision or anything. I do wonder who are the guys that he's fighting, because the first thing that came to my mind was the Black Mask.
Which, obviously, wrong franchise.
A very wrong franchise. Wrong universe, wrong dude. I mean, the Black Mask though is basically, well, kind of like a pathetic version of the Kingpin. I mean, let's be honest, Black Mask isn't relevant.
I'm thinking it's either going to be Kingpin, Tombstone,
More likely.
or Hammerhead.
It could be all three of them too. I mean, you know, these guys. Well,
That's very
Tombstone
true.
could be hired to take out Spider-Man, and Hammerhead could be maybe a gang fight with the Kingpin. I mean, those two don't always get that, you know, don't always get along either. I do hope though, because Tombstone I don't think has been in any Spider-Man game as far as I'm aware, but Hammerhead was in Spider-Man 2 and Electro. Which I still love the voice from those two games, you know, the N64 and PSX era.
Oh, snap. Wait, there we go. That's... I totally didn't remember how to Destiny.
Nice, but you know, I do like how too, as you can see in the costume and all that, just to get any sort of clear picture, that he does have the web shooters that
Tony made him?
Sorry. Yeah, not Tony made him, but just like in general.
Well, yeah, but another
like
thing is, it's the suit from the movie with a variation.
More or less, I think there was a few minor differences.
I mean, yeah, there's the white spider and everything, but if you look closely, like, get a really good freeze frame of it, it's the Civil War suit.
Come on. I'll be back, my girlfriend's calling me, carry on without me.
I can't carry on without you. It's kind of a discussion. Okay, so I'm gonna try this whole discussion by myself thing. Don't know how it's gonna work, but yeah. If you look really closely to the Spider-Man suit, it is the Civil War suit, and with okay. But yeah, like look really closely to the PS4 suit.
Okay.
And you'll notice it is definitely the Civil War suit.
Yeah. Which, I mean, obviously we're going to get other costumes too. Like, we're probably going to get classic, you know, we're probably going to get all of them, you know. Maybe Beavis the regular Civil War. For people who obviously don't like it. I mean, look at the Batman Arkham games. They're filled with skins.
Oh my god, they are. And I'm so excited.
1939, gone from 1939 to 2000, movie skins, 89, Adam West. I do kind of wish, I don't think it will happen, but as a skin, we get that 70s live-action Spider-Man.
I would be so upset if that was one of the skins that they wasted time on.
Why, man? Yeah, utility belt.
Because no.
Yeah, you gotta respect the past and embrace the future.
No, you don't.
Wow. Well, Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
I mean, I guess it's essentially this. It's essentially the comic book suit with raised webbing.
And slightly different eyes and all that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check in with the missus in 1 moment.
You do that, and I'm gonna go and smack this thing.
I would say meet you guys. Just a 5 hour range. 2 hours of work. Nothing stable.
Come on. Do things. Yes. have done it. Okay, so
sorry.
You're all good.
Return to Error, Guardian.
Yeah, this is the first and last time.
I'm the only guardian in the airlock. I know this video is getting really boring. I'm sorry, folks. But the man's got to do what he's got to do. You're good, man.
Lady comes first, always. But, well, since I feel like there really isn't much more to discuss with Spider-Man at this moment, because, you know, this is just the introduction, I feel like we should go to the other superhero that I love. In fact, I think it's the best superhero of all time, I don't care what everyone says, the Batman.
Alright,
Now,
you take the lead.
obviously, as we said before, there's been tons of Batman games over the years, including the Arkham games and some shitty ones. Batman, whatever that, Dark Tomorrow.
Dark Tomorrow.
That game, 13 years later, it still sucks. And if you are a fan of Dark Tomorrow, I'm sorry, yeah, you're a fan of Dark Tomorrow. But we're not talking about that dark past, no. After the release of Arkham Knight, pretty much after Arkham Knight kind of finished up its DLC last Christmas with the Dark Knight Rises skin and the season victory things and all that, it was announced that Telltale, who's done like the Walking Dead games and all that, they are doing a Batman game, which is kind of interesting. It's different, and you know, it was just announced over E3, or at least around E3 anyway, so, you know, I guess it counts. The cast, and obviously Troy Baker is Batman, so he's been Batman, Two-Face, Robin, and the Joker. Wrap your head around that one.
I mean, hey, he's a talented guy.
Laura Bailey is Catwoman. A few other people who are escaping me at the moment. I do apologize, I just got off the 9-hour shift. Not sad. Sorry, I was saying text. But, you know, the cast is, or the story is that Harvey Dent is running for mayor. Bruce Wayne is Batman, he's early youth, and you know, Carmine Falcone is a big thing. I think Salvatore Maroni is too, I could be mistaken. He probably hasn't been announced yet, but I can only assume since Falcone's around. Maroni's more likely around too, since they generally go hand in hand. Except for like the movies and stuff, but that's beside the point. Now here's my theory. I mean, we don't know much about the game story, obviously. And obviously, you know, the decisions that Batman makes as Bruce Wayne and whatever is Batman will tell the story. Generally. Now, with the way that this is set, I feel like this is going to be heavily influenced by the 1996 story from Long Halloween, in which Batman, in more or less like his third year, roughly, it's like right before Robin, who shows up in the sequel Dark Victory, which is like set like a few months after Long Halloween. In Long Halloween, there's a killer running around Gotham City, calling himself the Holiday Killer. He's killing off various members of the Falcone family, and I think the Maroni family too, I could be mistaken. And meanwhile, there's a bunch of other things happening, like the Joker, Catwoman, Scarecrow even a little bit. And Harvey Dent is prosecuting Salvatore Maroni. Most comic book fans will know that Dent was scarred by Maroni in the courtroom. He was scarred by Maroni, who had a flask with him, and he stood up and he threw it at Dent to try to kill him, but Harvey turned his face and it got all over him and it burned him severely and made him lose his mind. I'm not going to spoil the end of The Long Halloween because it genuinely blew my mind.
Right.
It's a great story and I recommend picking it up. What?
No offense, but we're supposed to be talking about Telltale.
Right. But I'm getting to that. I think the story of the game is that. And, I mean, I don't know, because, again, we've only seen, like, what, 4 screenshots or something, which, I mean, that's cool, you know, you get to do stuff with Bruce Wayne, that's really neat. You know, like, I don't know what you could really do as Bruce Wayne to influence. I basically, like, one example is, like, when you meet Dent at a party, for example, you can either respond very harshly or very polite to him. Oh. Can you still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because it just said, like, I lost connection to the PlayStation Network.
Yeah, it did that to me earlier, remember?
Oh, so, yeah, PlayStation's just fart now.
Seems like...
But regardless. That's, I mean, I am not familiar with Telltale games, unfortunately. I haven't played, like, Walking Dead or anything like that. I'm excited. I can't wait for the first episode to come out, and I think it's like 5, right? It's generally like usually like small episodic things, and then they do like a season 2 or something like that.
Yeah. Like Walking Dead's already at season 3. They just announced that recently. At E3, actually.
So you're more familiar with Telltale, I guess.
A little bit. I mean, I've played a couple of their games.
How do you think the combat system would work? Do you think
that's a very good question. Honestly, I have no idea what to expect. Because, like, Telltale has so many different properties. I have no idea. Like, honestly, Telltale has so many different properties. Like, and the way they do combat each time is different. Like, all in all, it does usually come down to quick-time events, but at the same time, they do variations of, like, tons of things.
Yeah, which, I mean, I feel like that's interesting, and, you know, I'm sure we'll see gameplay very, very soon, obviously, before the game comes out, or even the first episode, even. But what do you think? What do you think the game is about? Like, do you think it's about The Long Halloween, or...
I honestly don't. I've got no clue. I hope it's not about The Long Halloween. I want it to be an original story.
Right, I mean, I do too, but that's just my guess, because of the, you know, the evidence that kind of points to it. Early Batman, cast, you know, characters, it's kind of lining up, but it could easily just be something else, because Harvey didn't run for the mayor. I don't think really any incarnation of Batman comes off the top of my head.
I mean,
Penguin's been there a few times.
Looked like he was in 1989 Batman.
No, Dent was he was just elected DA. He wasn't the mayor.
Oh.
Mayor was that white dude who was bitching about the parade or festival, whatever. Man. Weird ass movie. But no, Dent wasn't the mayor. I mean, do you think too, like, we'll wear other costumes, or do you think we'll just have the costume that we have? Which I
No, we'll
like
just
the way
have
it looks. I feel like it's like a mix of New 52 and Origins. I mean, I know a lot of people have probably said that, but...
I mean, that's exactly what it looks like, though.
Yeah.
But, since we're still on the topic of superheroes, something that was announced very recently that has me excited. Marvel Ultimate Alliance Remaster for 1 and 2. I am so pumped. I played through both of those games multiple times, and I'm just in love with the idea of it coming back.
I like 2 a lot more. I know, but like,
Really?
1 did have a better cast. 1
Had such a better cast.
I don't know, I feel like, well, 1, I like the voice actors more in 2.
Well, yeah.
I hated his voice of Captain America and Iron Man, for example. I really hated it. Thor's voice I could take it or leave it. Spider-Man, I'm pretty sure was the same guy. Both days.
Yeah.
Deadpool, I'm pretty sure was the same guy. Obviously, Wolverine was Stephen Bloom. Because, I mean, the guy's voice was Wolverine for, like, all my life, more or less. Except for a couple of games, but yeah, no, he always was Wolverine.
Like when Mark Hamill was Wolverine.
Well, he only voiced Wolverine in 2 games. He voiced him in that X-Men 2 game.
Yeah.
X-Men, or what was it, X-Men 2 Wolverine's Revenge or something like that. Which is a weird title. And then he voiced him for like Wolverine's cameo / boss fight in Ultimate Spider-Man. That's still my
Really? I didn't know that one.
Yeah. I didn't know that either. I thought it was Stephen Bloom, but no, it was apparently Mark Hamill. Hey kids, it's TV's Mark Hamill. Yes, no, it was Mark Hamill. Which would I guess make him the second Marvel character he voiced, because I think he also voiced the Hobgoblin, but gave that to... Well, I mean, the Hobgoblin's in Ultimate Alliance too, technically.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a different voice actor, so...
Yeah, but whatever.
All I know is that I'm really excited for being able to play out the actual Civil War again.
Yeah.
Even though it's a lot different. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is a lot different. I kind of like the games version of Civil War, but that's just me. I do think, I do wonder how, if like we'll get the DLC characters, because in Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2, when the rights expired by Activision and went to somewhere else, I can't remember where, you couldn't download those characters. Like in Ultimate Alliance 2, you can't get Carnage or Juggernaut or Magneto.
Well, I'm assuming that they're bringing it all back.
Right. I mean, I would assume so too, but I don't know how that works at all. I mean, I don't know, that's just me. But there's also too, I wonder how it'll look. You know, obviously it's going to play the same. It'll probably look pretty good, kind of like how, Arkham Batman doesn't really look that different, but you know, it'll probably have a pretty decent overhaul since it's been about 10
years for the first one.
Yeah.
And then the second one was in 09, I think.
God, we're old. We're
Don't say that.
Old. I spent so many summers playing both of those games. Oh my god. Speaking of which, this is relevant to Marvel Legends Alliance. Did you know that the Punisher was cut from the first game?
Really?
There's a reason why you play as Nick Fury. That's not supposed to be Nick Fury. That's actually the Punisher. All the things that Nick Fury can do is supposed to be the Punisher. But here's the thing. The Punisher game that came out 2 years earlier, the Punisher, was really, really violent, and actually got into some trouble because parents complained that, you know, he's a superhero, and he shouldn't kill people in these violent, horrifying ways. I mean, there is a scene in the game where you hang the dude. I mean, that is pretty hardcore. And there's another scene where you fry a guy in the electric chair, and there's just all these crazy deaths that like you can do, which make Mortal Kombat almost. But you know, obviously when the game was released on home consoles and all that, they were censored, they were black and white, and you were kind of screaming chop for a second. Obviously the PC version, you can easily just play the game without it. There's actually a way to turn it off for the most part. It still censors something like the hanging death and like a few other deaths, but I remember there was a death with like a rhino.
What?
Because there's a level in the zoo where Punisher's in the Central Park Zoo. He presses a guy up against it, and you have to interrogate. Because these are all supposed to be interrogations for the most part. And there's a rhino coming, and he starts hitting the fence, and then he'll charge back up, and Punisher will leave the guy there, and the rhino impales him. Yeah, it's dumb, but that's the reason why the Punisher is cut. It was very last minute, so they already had Nick Fury's model in the game, so they just used him, and then they gave him Ultimate Skin.
See, and I felt really awesome, like, having Nick Fury unlocked, because I beat the game and everything.
But I do find
now to realize that he's a friggin' throwaway character.
No. Yeah. He's still Nick Fury, man. I mean, you know, he's still the same voice actor and everything. I wonder though how far they got with the Punisher. Like, did he have lines, and if so, who voiced him or anything? Who knows? I can never find any info on that. But here's another weird thing: Metroid, Samus, and Link were supposed to be in the game.
That's weird. That means that Nintendo should have gotten.
They were cut because there wasn't an Ultimate Alliance on Nintendo, and Nintendo initially they did agree to have their characters, you know, cross-brand on the Xbox and on the PlayStation and on the 360 and PS3. I don't know. I think there was an Ultimate Alliance on the Wii, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was.
So that's why they were there. They were cut because of this, but there are like demos and screenshots of them there. They were supposed to be like at the very, very end. I think like right next to Black Panther.
Huh.
So like that's why there's kind of a weird gap there, I would assume. But that's a side point. Yeah, I mean, as for Ultimate Alliance 2, I did like the story and voice actors more. Because the story, you know, and one is just Doctor Doom's up to shenanigans. That's all it is. It's
but
just
that's Marvel. Marvel is either Doctor Doom, Magneto, or Thanos wants to fuck shit up.
Or sometimes Norman Osborn, but more often.
But he's never on a global scale.
Yeah, and let's be honest, Norman fucks up more than he succeeds.
Like, if Norman screws everything up, he screws himself. Because he's a businessman.
Yeah.
He's the Lex Luthor. He can't screw everything up because he's required by his, you know, by his life, pretty much, to not screw everything up.
But again, he's died more than X, so there's that. I mean, Harry, you know, ran things pretty good. But, actually, you know what's funny about Ultimate Alliance 2? I swore for years and years and years that the guy who voiced the Green Goblin, the guy who voiced, what was that dude? The villain in Venture Brothers, the moth guy or something? Yeah, I could have sworn it was the same dude. It's not.
But, so, with Marvel Ultimate Alliance, we're obviously going to do a playthrough.
Oh, of course.
Like, we never got the chance on Xbox.
Yeah, I think by the time I got it, you didn't really play Xbox anymore. And even then, it's actually hard to play with somebody on there sometimes because they may have DLC characters that you don't.
Yeah.
But, alright, so what's the next game?
Let's go back to our childhoods and frickin' remember Crash Bandicoot. Because, yes.
The first game I could never beat. Did you know Cortex had purple hair in the first game?
Really?
Do you remember that yet? He had purple shading to his hair.
Ooh.
And then that's just gone. What was Cortex's deal? Was he like a... I don't remember. He had a story, though. Right?
I don't really remember.
Okay, I remember this from the first game. Cortex made Crash because he was doing some cross-species genetic shit. Fuck right out. His name was Cortex, for God's sake. Neo Cortex, actually. I always loved that. He always had like all the villains always had dumb names. And then he also made, it wasn't Coco, but there was a woman named who Crash was in love with, and for some reason Crash I think was insane.
Honestly, I'm just excited that we're getting a remaster.
Yeah.
Like, it's been teased, and people were like, oh, you know, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. And I was skeptical. But there we go. We're getting
Yeah.
Crash 1, 2, and Warped.
Oh, we're getting warped! Oh my god.
Heck yeah, we're getting Warped.
With the dude who's like time, right? That's
Yeah.
my favorite dude. You have to get all the relics and shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. I love that Warp. Yeah, no, that's a flashback. I mean, what was the first Crash game you played? I think Warp was my first game.
That's a very good question. I'm pretty sure that for me it was Crash 2. My sister was part of the youth program at our church, and they kept a PlayStation in the office, and so I would always go in there and play Crash, and just freaking loved it.
Yeah. My neighbor had Crash 2, and he let me borrow it. And because I see this like this orange dude. Orange is my favorite color when I was a kid.
Right,
I'm like,
right.
ooh, orange. And I'm playing it, and it was easy for me to play because really it's just you run in one
It's super
direction.
simple.
Just run and constantly spin.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, for the most part.
But yeah, I don't really know what more to say other than I'm excited. I can't wait. When's it coming out?
I don't know for sure. All I know is that it is coming out, and I can't wait.
So, where do you want to go next? I mean, now we talked about childhood comic books.
Well, for one, I'm gonna send you this video. You're gonna watch it
Okay.
because you're gonna freaking lose your shit.
If it is, I think it is. Maybe.
Oh, there's no maybe about it. You're gonna lose your shit. This is a 9-minute gameplay, and we'll just talk while it's playing.
I'll send it whenever you're ready. Oh god, he has a beard.
I just sent him the link for the new God of War, and it looks amazing.
Kratos was originally a black guy, right? He was white.
No, not really.
What was his story?
He was a Spartan.
Oh, he was? Didn't he kill his family? Oh no, I'm thinking of
You're thinking of Hercules.
No, I'm thinking of Manhunt 2.
Or Hercules. Yeah.
Hercules killed his family?
Yeah, because Hera was a fucked up bitch.
See, all I know is the Disney version. Now I've been lied to. Oh, this kid's gonna die. Kratos is gonna eat him. This kid's just like Ezio from Revelations.
Yeah, it kind of is. I want you to pay close attention to everything in this trailer.
Shh. He's got a weird face. And weirder hair. That Bohawk. What? Why are you hanging out with this Quan Chi looking dude? Yes, I know that's Kratos. I mean, in flashbacks of Red Dead Redemption, when your son goes hunting, you have to go save him if your son's an idiot.
It's funny because I got that same exact vibe my first time watching this.
I'm like, oh my god, if you turn into Jack Marston, I'm Yeah, this is what Jack was doing. Knowledge game. Wow. Oh, I learned from a little kid. I'm the god of... I'm Kratos. I killed the god of war. That's all I know. Oh, look at deer. It's Bambi. It's beautiful. Oh, shush, I can hear spoilers.
Oh, is mine ahead of yours?
A little bit.
Alright, I paused mine. That way you can just watch through.
Okay, now you shot what you Is this like his son?
Yeah.
Mark Kratos was a dead dude. Like he was damned or something, right?
Listen. I've only played through... I haven't even played through all of the God of War games. I've played them, and I enjoy them. They're fun, they're bloody, there's sex, there's violence. It's all that matters. It's a fun game.
I know that. It's been a long time since I played it. There we go. Yep, there, okay, there we go. Yep, alright, yep. That's what I meant. Yep. So this is the origin of Christopher Robin.
Just watch. I want you to realize, like, I want you to realize without me telling you.
Is this in Skyrim?
Yeah.
Wait, this is Skyrim.
Yeah.
I recognize that shit. This is Skyrim!
No. Listen to that frost thingy.
The Witcher?
I want you to listen to what the freaking giant says.
I can't really understand what he's saying.
It's alright. There's a specific part that you just have to pay attention to. And you'll know it when you see it.
Damn! Damn! Oh, he's chopping his nuts. That's just not nice. He did say Valhalla.
Yeah, he did. We're not in Greece anymore, my friend. We've got a whole new pantheon of gods.
Oh my god. Norse gods. Sweet. We get to fight the Dragonborn. Woo! Yes, I know.
And I don't know if you realized, but his son shot a lightning arrow.
Your son is Thor.
That's what I'm thinking. That is... I think that you become Odin.
Oh my God, this is the origin of Marvel's Thor. That would be awesome. Who would be his mother?
Does it matter? Yeah, Kratos is like fucked everybody, so.
Kratos is a slut.
Yeah, he is.
Filthy slut. He should be
But
ashamed.
you know what? You know what? It works for him. He makes money that way.
A much better hunting system than a frickin' Assassin's Creed 3.
Important target, Guardian. Kill or be killed.
I'm playing this kid's gonna get kidnapped.
You know, that's probably going to happen at some point in the game.
Yahweh. Oh wait, sorry, Assassin's Creed flashback.
Success. You have done it.
Oh, 1 sec.
Yeah, do your thing.
Enemies die. You live.
Well done.
Return to Airlock, Guardian.
Sorry about that. Yeah, that looks pretty interesting. I mean, fighting Norse gods is gonna be certainly different, because I mean, didn't he kill all the Greek gods by now?
Pretty much, yeah.
He's just like, yep, alright, I'm done. I'm gonna go move north. Go fight the Vikings and the Norse gods. I don't know anything about Norse gods. I actually know a buddy who is in Spain who knows everything about Norse gods. I wonder if he knows about this game. He's probably just creating his pants.
Are you talking about Caleb?
Yes.
You do realize you can use Caleb's name with me.
Okay.
I know
I know
Caleb.
that. Oh yeah, you do. Caleb is my buddy who's very Irish, which I mean, you know, he's proud. He's also really into like Norse gods. I don't know much about God of War. I never did anything for me. I don't mean to sound like a dick, but yeah, they're great games. I've played them. I don't remember.
It's all
Yeah, I
good.
don't
It
remember
looks really
much.
good. They've obviously
looks-
changed the gameplay.
Yeah, it looks very different, which is nice. It's not just a straight, you know, beat 'em up, which that's all I really remember for the longest time. That they were just a beat 'em
Yeah, like, I mean, as fun as they were, they got tedious.
That's
being
why
the
I never
same game.
played them.
Like, I'll pick that one up at launch. The others I didn't really play until I was old enough to buy them because, you know, they were pretty bad. But, yeah, this one looks phenomenal.
And that's all I really gotta say is that, you know, they just looks good, but I don't know much about God of War, so I can't be as
It's alright.
invested in it as I am with like Batman or Spider-Man or
Well,
Ultimate Alliance.
I'll tell you what, let's take a step back to those characters then. and talk about Injustice 2, because you remember how freaking excited I was for Injustice 1. Like, and it came out like literally the day before my birthday. And I think that was my first year at GameStop. And
that was my first midnight.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. But yeah, I remember we played Injustice that entire summer.
Oh my god. And like, I can't wait.
Like a month or two ago.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna re-download that very soon.
Same here once I clear out some space. Obviously we know Gorilla Grodd,
Black Manta, Captain Cold.
Dr. Fate.
Ready yourself. Minds must be dismantled.
Dr. Fate, which is definitely interesting. I mean, you know, it's nice to see Dr. Fate in something. You know, like, I feel like that would help.
I'm very interested in seeing how the gear system is going to work.
That is interesting. Basically, I did see a couple of gameplay things on that. And how this works is apparently every time you do a fight, regardless if you win or lose, you get a new piece of gear. And there's like classifications, you know, rare, common, unique, stuff like that. You just, I imagine you probably like sell them for things or something, you know, whatever, like a shop. That's usually how these things generally work. Is that, you know, you sell them and all that. So, excuse me. Like Batman can get like a different cowl and all that, or Superman can get a chain guard. I'm sorry, it looks stupid. I mean,
hey.
I get it, it's supposed to be style.
Look, when we got Turtleneck Superman, nobody complained. And then everybody complained when we got Turtleneck Superman.
I liked it.
I did too. Nobody complained, and then everybody complained.
Like when we got the Man of Steel Superman, I hated the way he looked at first. I was like, this isn't Superman, and I was like, oh my god, I love this costume, it's beautiful.
Man of Steel Superman is my favorite costume to use in Injustice.
And I would use the Arkham Batman because I didn't know what. None of us knew that Ben Affleck was Batman in regard, or that he was going to look like the way he does. Which, I mean, do you think, speaking of which, do you think like we'll get Dawn of Justice suits and all that? Which, I mean,
they'd be crazy not to capitalize on that. They'd be absolutely crazy not to capitalize on that.
Especially with like Aquaman and Flash, you know, Justice League should be coming out like what, next year? It's probably like the game. That's probably why it's coming out in 2017. And they'll probably add in Supergirl, the TV show for Supergirl and all that.
Yeah, we'll probably get CW, Flash, Supergirl, and Arrow. We will probably...
And we can finally unite the Seven, where it should be.
Right? Have Hal Jordan in there.
God. Yeah, bro.
Honestly, one of the things I do want to see...
That's gonna be Guy Gardner.
No, one of the things I do want to see is I want to see multiple Green Lanterns with their own
like,
specials.
That'd be cool.
Like,
Cool.
give us a more military version of Green Lantern with John Stewart. Give us classic Hal Jordan. Give us artistic Kyle Rayner. And give us friggin' Guy Gardner, but give us Red Lantern Guy. Because I think that's a much more interesting character.
I feel like though that might just be a bit too much. I mean, there'll probably be like some form of DLC on it. Like John Stewart was in the first Injustice as an alternate costume for Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Much like how Arrow was voiced by Superman Arrow. John Stewart was voiced by, I can't remember the guy who voices him in Justice.
I never know.
The best voice. The best voice. I mean, like every time I hear, you know, I read a comic and John Stewart's in it, that's right here. Yeah, Gorilla Grodd, I was very surprised by, because I mean, he's just in the background. I mean, Justice 1, you know, he's just there. But then again, I mean, Gorilla Grodd too, he's also appeared in Flash, right? Like,
yeah, like Gorilla Grodd is becoming huge.
Which is great. And obviously Supergirl has been getting, you know, very, very popular, especially the TV show and all that, so of course they put her in there. I mean, she's been popular too. It's not like, you know, she's D-lister or something like that. Like how I guess even before the Flash show, before Flash show, a lot of these villains are just kind of C-list guys.
Oh yeah, like the
of course,
rogues.
there's, like, Zoom,
The rogues were laughable in the
Zoom and all that.
comics.
Like, look at Captain Cold. Like
Captain
come
Cold
on,
is
man.
by far
Mr.
one of the best supervillains now because of what they
Yeah.
did with him.
Yes. Do you think too that we'll get the Joker again, or Deathstroke? Or
I don't see why not.
Bane?
Honestly, the only characters I can see them getting rid of possibly are Doomsday, Killer Frost,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Who else?
I'm surprised we haven't seen anything of Harley Quinn.
Especially since, the big Suicide Squad push. I mean, we'll probably get Suicide Squad skins too of Joker and Harley.
Ooh,
getting
Captain Boomerang.
Deadshot. Oh my god, beer drinking Captain Boomerang.
Voiced by
Australian shit.
voiced by Steve Austin.
Yeah. And the Joker could just be like, it's me, Austin. But speaking of
I
which,
feel like if they bring the Joker back, they should definitely do Mark Hamill since he's pretty much he's already admitted he's not quitting.
right, it's just killing jokes somebody who's magnum opus.
No, well, yeah, like he's in the new Justice League cartoon.
Right.
Like
So
he's
obviously
obviously
he's still
not
going.
giving up on the Joker.
But he's probably going to be doing like smaller projects. I mean, Joker and Justice League cartoon is probably not going to be as prominent as.
Well, I mean, if he's already listed, then that means that he's probably in the show quite a bit.
True, but
Because otherwise they would, otherwise they would just do a cameo.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Like the Joker, the Joker would be interesting. And also, too, another thing I like is the transitions definitely look a lot cooler. Like there's one I saw in Metropolis where you were thrown into like a bar. And of course, like in the previous game, they circle back around. But it seems like there's 3 parts now in each level, so that's kind of neat. Like Gotham City appears to start in and out of there, like from the movie theater like before. Then you hit like a guy into his van, and he flies through the movie theater and into what I initially thought was actually Ace Chemicals, because it looked a lot like, well, technically Axis Chemicals from the '89 Batman, because different name for some reason. Probably because Ace sounded more cartoony. But regardless. No, it's not. It's just part of the movie theater, which is a little weird, but whatever. And then you were knocked back out, I think through a window, and you're put back into the alley. The alley again, but like dark, because it looks like the lights are taken out. It doesn't look like we get damaged this time on superheroes, or if we do, it's probably minuscule. You know what I mean? Because I didn't see anybody get damaged. What did you think? Like, did you see anybody, or?
Honestly, I saw a bit, but not enough to like warrant anything.
Now, who else do you think will be in the game roster-wise? Like, what other villains do you think we'll see?
I don't care about villains. I care about sidekicks.
I mean, right.
I would love to
probably get,
see, like, if we don't get Robin in this game, any variation of him. Tim Drake, Dick Grayson, Damian. I would love a Damian Robin. Like, better yet, give us a Damian Robin, and for, like, the other skins, do what they did with, like, the Jon Stewart guy, or the Jon Stewart, Hal Jordan thing. Give us different voice actors. Like, give us the 90s Batman Dick voice actor and the Tim voice actor for the different...
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
And, Troy Baker for Arkham Knight.
I mean, I could see them putting
I
Red
forgot
Hood in
too,
it.
he played the Red Hood, too.
Yeah.
So he's played 2 Robins.
Wait, when did he play Red Hood?
villains. He's the voice of the Red Hood in Arkham Knight.
Oh, well,
Troy Baker.
well, yeah, but that's
No, I'm just saying, like, reiterating back to what I said earlier, he's played 2 Robins. two villains. Now he's Batman. It's kind of funny. But now how do you feel about the gear system, the customization?
I think it's weird. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of it, but I'm not against it.
How do you mean?
Like, I'm going to get good at it. I'm going to make sure that I enjoy it, and I'm going to freaking dominate with it.
Yeah. I mean, I like that we can see it, since that was bothering in games. But I do feel like with some characters, it just looks weird.
Yeah, like, you know how I got into that debate on Facebook about, like, whether that was Batman or the Red Hood, because I guess there's two levels to the gear, or whatever.
There might be. Well, like I said too, it could be classification too.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's got the, he has two different levels of gear. Like, the one where he's just like, oh, hey, let me get the kryptonite gauntlets out. And then the other where he's like, oh, well, let me do this, and friggin' suit up like a motherfucker.
Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, I'm excited to see who we get this time on the roster. And even Ed Boon has talked about guest characters, and he said, oh yeah, no, like Scorpion, for example, is like the biggest selling DLC character, and like he said, Alien and Predator were two on MKX, out of those big four. And even then, like he said, like Alien, Predator, Jason, and Leatherface were like, of those packs, they were the biggest. Which is kind of, not that surprising, because most people have already played as those characters that were the other Mortal Kombat characters. Nobody's played as Jason and Leatherface, Alien and Predator before. So with that, do you have anything else to say about Injustice? Or, because again, I got nothing really right now. I don't know what the story could be.
The story could be anything. I feel like the Flash fucked things up.
I feel like the Batman somehow is villain, because there's an intro dialogue between Supergirl where she like says, what are you doing? And Batman's like, Clark has all along. She goes, yeah, really sure he does. I'm like,
I mean, what if it's just a continuation, though?
That is true. I mean, who knows? But time will tell.
True.
And if it is, more Earth 1, Earth 2 shit. That got confusing.
Yeah, it did.
Even
But,
more than it did in the comic. Alright, so where do you want to jump to now?
Well, there's a couple other games that were announced. Like, the one that I never thought I'd be able to get you to play, but I actually showed you that, like, even before E3, I showed you the first trailer. Because of the song, you were like, yeah.
David Bowie's Space Oddity, but it's a cover of it. It's not the original
Which,
one.
it's a really good cover, though.
Yes.
But, yeah, we are actually talking about Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Which, yes, I know, a lot of people are like, oh, fuck that, it's Call of Duty, it shouldn't be in space.
Fuck you, it
Fuck
should
you
be.
guys. You guys are, like, come on. Don't be babies about
Like,
it.
where the fuck? Like, how many more wars can they come up with? Honestly.
Yeah, honestly,
What's next? The war in China?
I'm
Oh,
excited
they did
that they're doing something new. And I'm excited that they're going to do something...
And it's in fucking space. Because
Listen.
you know what? Everything eventually goes to space.
Brian, I'm going to pull up the trailer, the E3 trailer, and I'm going to have you...
React to it.
Ooh. Yes, here it is. Alright. This is terrible teammate sportsmanship of me. I'm totally, like, letting them deal with everything while I'm hiding to send you a link.
Nice.
That's why hotkeys are my friend. Control V. Post, and there you go.
Just so you know, that 5-hour energy I took is starting to really crash on me.
It's all good.
Wow! There's a lot of dislikes.
I know.
Wow!
Because people are just idiots.
Somebody's salty.
And, like, people are super excited for Battlefield 1. Which, granted, you know, awesome. Good for Battlefield. But everybody gets Battlefield. Says, oh, it's such a great game for, like, a week. And then they stop playing.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sold.
What sold you?
When I'm in a spaceship, we're in a fucking starship. This is like every Star Wars game I ever wanted to play, man. It's like what Battlefront should have been, man. You're on board a space, you know, like a Star Destroyer type shit. But like Lord Vader should be there ordering you and shit. I don't know, man. Like, fuck, I'm tired.
We got a set-up destroyer in lunar orbit. We'll coordinate a takedown with Tigers. Let's mount up, Lieutenant. Jeff was up on Bay 3, Captain. Thanks, Chief. We got a set-up destroyer in lunar orbit. We'll coordinate a takedown with Tigers. Let's mount up, Lieutenant.
Treasure waits below.
Holy shit, there's a mech. I am watching it, but I'm like pausing because, like I said, I'm starting to get kind of tired. But I think I get the idea of it.
Well, no, you have to watch, like, some of the ways that you kill people.
Alright, so just give me a minute and I will, okay?
Yeah. I'll pause mine for now. And...
No, you can keep watching shit, because you can talk about while I'm away. I just got.
I mean, it's a discussion, so I mean, talking by myself.
I got it.
I know.
I got it. It's me, figure it out. Alright, I'll be right back.
Cool. I'm assuming this means you're back?
Yeah.
Alright.
Roger. We're lit. Caution. 3, 2, 1. On my way. Hang in there. I got this. One away. No joy. Easy, Saul. Easy.
Wow.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
This is Call of Duty.
Why isn't Star Wars this?
Because...
I knocked my headset off, sorry.
It's alright. But because EA's so worried about, like, oh, hey, let's try and do this, this, and this, they're not thinking about, like, what people actually would want from Star Wars. Whereas Call of Duty, like, Infinity Ward, they're like, oh, they completely screwed everybody who wanted Star Wars experience. Let's give them the Star Wars experience. And with our deluxe edition, let's package the game that everybody loves. And everybody's bitching about Call of Duty. And I don't get it.
You can never please gamers, comic fan. Whoa! You spacewalk?
Yeah, yeah. You
Oh my
can do
God,
more
you
than
just
just
did
space.
Scorpion. Oh
Yeah,
my
there you
God.
go. That's what I was waiting for you to say.
Get over here! Finish him!
Finish him. And he did. I am sure you watched what he did to him.
Wow. It's like you're like Spider-Man meets an astronaut meets a scorpion.
Yeah. Yeah, for the most part. You know what I said when I first saw that? I was like, I'm gonna kill so many people like that. And I am.
Yeah.
That is going to be...
Wow, oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God.
Taken reinforcements. Unleashed. Enemies die. You live.
This is everything Star Wars should have been.
This is
Holy
like if they remake or they reboot Republic Commando, this is how I want the game to be.
Yeah? I mean, it's really all I gotta say is that this needs to be Star Wars. You know?
But I'm glad that it's going to be what it is. Like,
Yeah, I feel like that adds something fresh to it too. Because if it
Yeah,
was
like-
Star Wars, then people would want the fucking original trilogy, and then they're like, well, you know, we also want the First Order shit. I'm like, well, fucking pick, man.
yeah, I mean, I'm not, you know,
I'm not
I'm not
picky
gonna
about that
knock
either.
it,
It could be
but-
fucking prequels. You know, but yeah, no, I'm not knocking this. This is fucking. Sorry, this is fucking amazing looking. Holy shit. You know, so what if it's not Call of Duty? You know what every fucking Call of Duty game was? The exact same thing over.
and they're finally differentiating. Everybody bitches because Call of Duty is always the same thing, but you know what? Oh snap!
This is new. This is different.
It's new, it's different, and it's going to be a good game. Or at least I think it's going to be a good game. I'm hoping.
I feel like it might be. I mean, you know, we'll see. It looks fun.
Yeah.
My
Sorry.
You're fine.
So, do you have anything to say? Because you've played more Call of Duty. I played that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not, like, I made a comment earlier that Battlefield's not going to be as good, and it's not that I'm hating on Battlefield. It's that every experience I've ever had with Battlefield has been the same exact thing. You've got your diehards that'll play Battlefield every single day and say, oh no, they're going to patch it, it's going to get better. And they'll play it until they patch it a year later.
Yeah.
And then you've got your people who get it to play with their friends, and they'll play for like a month. That's my group of friends. Like,
Yep,
I got
and then they
Battlefield
sell
4. Yeah, I bought Battlefield 4 digital. And I regretted it because nobody was playing it after a while.
Yeah.
Like, I'll still go back and I'll play it. Like, right now, Battlefield 4 is $5. I'll go into a friend's profile and I'll buy it for them and we'll play. But I guarantee you, even with that, they'll stop playing like a week later. And that's not just because it's Battlefield 4, it's because that's the Battlefield effect. Yeah.
It's the same thing. That's why I never got into it. It never looked that interesting. I could play GTA 5 in single player and it looks the exact same thing, you know what I mean? Like, it would almost be the exact same experience. Almost. So, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. Or even Fallout. Like, first-person games sometimes to me, sometimes, not always, feel the same a little bit. I mean, Fallout and GTA 5 aren't mainly, aren't mainly first-person games. You know, they're third-person dominantly, but then you can switch to first-person.
Yeah.
Excuse me again. Well, I don't really have anything to add for Call of Duty, because this is more your thing than mine. I'll probably get it. Don't know when, but I'll probably get it at some point.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm loading up the trailer for the next topic.
The next what?
The next topic.
Oh, I keep hearing different things. I thought you said cowlick.
What?
I'm so confused. Yeah, I was confused.
Yeah, I would be confused too. Alright, hold on. I'm almost there. And boom. There you go.
I have nothing to say about this.
I want you to watch the trailer. Because I remember when I first told you about this Final Fantasy, because it's nothing like the others, and you were like, okay, that might be interesting. I want you to watch the trailer.
Okay. Oh, that's a way. I thought they were playing the Transformers theme for a second. I was like, what? Oh, this looks a lot like Final Fantasy. Which is good, I feel, because, you know, Final Fantasy has an identity. In that case, but... Okay, so it's not turn-based. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, it hasn't been like that for a while, though.
Well, yeah, but this is like the first time they're going to be doing it, and it's done well. This is also the same engine they're using for Kingdom Hearts.
Wow. I feel like if you showed me this 10 years ago, I would have been super amped. I just fell out of Final Fantasy, you know?
Yeah, I know, it's Tidus's fault.
Yeah? Fuck you. drive like a regular car.
Yeah, yeah. This game,
Kind of a first.
this game is literally the royal road trip. It's you as the king going on a road trip with all of your bros to get your throne
So
back.
it's just a hangover, but Final Fantasy. Oh, was that Leon?
No. There's no former members of Final Fantasy in this.
So XG, is that 25?
No, that's 15.
Oh, right. What? Oh, okay. Why are people talking to me?
What's going on?
There's people talking to me in the trailer. Oh, it's a music video.
Yeah. Well, no.
What the fuck is this motherfucker wearing? Some Tron shit?
That is the PlayStation VR headset, and that is part of our next topic because we're also getting Batman VR.
Yeah. That's gonna get motion sickness.
I mean, I'm still gonna play it. Like, I'm getting a VR headset.
Yeah, I can't afford one.
I mean, neither can I, but I'm getting one.
I don't know where I put it. My room is tiny.
Neither do I, but I'm getting one.
But yeah, VR. I mean, I know it's going to be the next step in gaming. I don't know if it's early enough for it. It's hard to say. I mean, they've been trying it for 20 years. They tried it back in the 80s. And that really didn't work.
Yeah, but we also didn't have the stuff that we have now.
Right? Yeah, I know. I'm not knocking it because of that. I'm just saying. But you know, it is the next step in gaming. I just don't know when. You know, it's just it'll come when it comes. This could be it. This could not be it. So who am I to say?
Yeah, who are you to say?
I'm not a VR expert. Fuck you. I'm tired. I'm hot. It's really hot in this second. Ignore me. I'm tired and I was overheated because my mom decided that she was going to use my computer to close my door.
Autoplay on freaking everything.
But what do you have to say about the VR thing? 'Cause it's out now, isn't it?
No, it comes out in October,
Ah.
and I'm actually very excited for it. The fact that we're getting a Star Wars Battlefront X-Wing VR mission, I'm super excited for that. That is what initially sold me.
I wonder how this will work. Like, what if you bump into shit while you're fucking wearing this thing?
Well,
Or will it tell you you're gonna be near something?
I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna work. All I know is that it's gonna work.
Because that's been the problem with some of the previous VR stuff, is that you bump into shit, or it causes headaches too. You know, and that's it. I mean, there's also gonna be a ton of medical warnings. So if you have epilepsy, don't play this at all. Avoid this like the plague.
And yet, people with epilepsy will still do it because they're
And then
morons.
moms will try to sue Sony because of money.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have nothing really to contribute. I haven't had really much to contribute for the past couple of topics.
No, that's all right. I mean, is there anything else that was announced that you're like super pumped for, or
Friday the 13th.
talk about that then? Because I actually didn't watch the bit of the press conference for that.
Gameplay, you know what? Here, I'll send you the gameplay. It's very early alpha, which I would imagine is close to being done by that point, right?
No, alpha is before the beta comes out. So that means it's in the really early stages.
But they have shown this is what the gameplay will officially look like. This is how Jason will move and all that. Now, obviously, this is going to be pretty much like an online multiplayer game. Because
Yeah.
the idea is there's 8 players. 7 play as the various camp counselors. They're not characters from the movie. They're just generic 80s camp counselors. More likely based on like some of the more minor characters that Jason slaughtered over the years.
So,
And
are they gonna give us like the choice to create our own counselor? Because I feel like I would be more invested in this game that way.
I don't know. I mean, there'll probably be like presets, you know, like presets and shit, like how, you know, like Grand Theft Auto 4 online. Give like preset characters. Probably like that. I mean, you have it's a Kickstarter. You know, nothing wrong with that either. By the way, essentially the trailer for, or not trailer, it's gameplay for that. The motion capture though for Jason is perfect because they got not only a Jason actor, but kind of like the big fan favorite Kane Hodder, who played Jason.
Okay, that's what I was gonna
Part
ask.
7. Huh?
That's what I was gonna ask.
He played Jason from Friday the 13th Part 7, Part 8. Jason
I
Goes
still
to Hell.
didn't get the video from you, by the way.
Oh, I just sent it. Oh, so let me try again.
Did you tag me in it, or did you send it via...
No, I thought I messaged it.
Oh, that's weird.
Inbound.
Just Google Friday the 13th the gameplay. I sent it to you twice. But yeah, no. He does motion capture, and the reason why this is kind of a big deal is, you know, because it's like getting Robert Englund for a Freddy Krueger game. Kane Hodder, I mean, Jason was always in the same deal with Michael Myers. They were always just a dude in a mask. You know, it's a big dude, usually a stuntman in Hollywood. Pay him for a couple of months, you know, a couple of weeks shooting. Just walk scary. Not really rock. Not all of them got into it. Like, you know, one of them, like the guy in Part 4, he didn't talk to anybody on the set because he didn't think that Jason. He wanted to keep the fear of Jason alive, which makes sense. But he's also technically, at the time, was playing the last Jason. You know, Part 4 being the final chapter. Well, Kane Hodder, he went into like a whole mindset of the guy. Like, his Jason in Part 7 is a really angry Jason. Like the sleeping bag kill is obviously pretty famous. That was something he came up with. And he actually struggled with too. So like when you see Jason frustrated in that movie doing that, it's that. Now I would imagine that we're gonna recreate some of the famous deaths like that in the game. The game starts off. The gameplay is that you're Jason. You see the perspective of Jason, and there's various. It's a pretty big, decent-sized map. So there's the woods. The main. Are you watching it now?
Yeah, it finally went through.
Yeah. It's so 80s, the whole thing. But as you will see, you'll start off as Jason, and you'll split. You may not get it. Yeah.
Oh, you hear your
his
mother.
That makes a lot of sense, because in a lot of Friday the 13th movies, you know, we don't know what Jason's thinking. I mean, again, he's the killer. But in Part 2, and I think like a few others, he's clearly guided by his mother. Now, speaking of Part 2, this isn't the only area that you're going. The area that you're seeing in the gameplay is actually from Friday the 13th Part 3, which was the one where Jason and I was talking about. This is called Higgins Haven, so this isn't Crystal Lake technically. But as you can see, Jason has some powers. Yes, he just teleported.
Because that's what we all expect Jason does.
Now, my guess is that Jason has these abilities for like a limited time and then they recharge. Because otherwise, that's just fucking cheating. But I'm guessing the way that Mother, even still, you know, I mean, that's your goal as the counselors is to either survive Jason or escape. more likely to escape, because you ain't gonna take this big dude. Well, I mean, look at him. Now, this isn't the only appearance I'm going to be having for Jason. Of course, the Part 3 appearance is the most popular one. You will get, as DLC more likely, like the Part 2 Jason, which he had like a pillowcase over his head.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I was gonna ask about.
That to me was always the freakiest one. And then the Part 4, which is basically just Part 3, but like
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's Kane Hodder doing that. This is like Kane
That's my
Hodder.
boy. That's gonna be so creepy.
There's one that was in an earlier beta where Jason grabs you by the neck and he slams your head against the door. Like he closes the door on your head.
Now, Brian,
your head explodes.
I'm not 100% on this, but is this coming to console?
Yeah.
What?
Yes. It's actually also fully licensed, so they do have access to almost every area from the movies. I don't think you'll be going to like New York. I think that'll be a little bit ambitious.
Are we going to hell? Please tell me we're going to hell and space.
Well, he never actually went. Probably space down the line. I wouldn't be surprised when we go to space down the line. But hell, I mean, he never goes to hell. I mean, he goes to hell at the end, but like, you don't actually see hell. He just gets pulled into the ground. Speaking of hell and space, Uber Jason will be a skin, from what I understand. Like on their website, they have like listings of like Jason appearances that they're using in Part 6, Part 7, as I mentioned. And in Part 7 appearance, he has like a chain around his neck, his clothes are all tied, he's a zombie, he's got bones sticking out of him, he's got one eye, his hockey mask is all dirty and shredded and just messed up. He looks like he came from a lake. Now the choo-choo ha-ha sounds like it's a warning to the player that Jason's being close.
Which would make sense, because...
And Mrs. Voorhees in Jason's head is for the player, like, the player playing as Jason saying, like, okay, there's someone near you. And these seem like, you know, again, typical gameplay elements of a hide-and-seek type thing. Like, there's a type of radar that goes off with Jason. Because as you can see, like Jason, when you're playing as him, he has like a type of X-ray vision or like heat vision. Not heat vision, but like thermal vision. Like you can see like a building's highlighted. Okay,
Jesus
this person's in this
Christ.
building. Yeah.
Watching these deaths from the counselor's perspective is like terrifying.
That's gonna be upsetting. I feel like I'm gonna be really just upset watching. But Gun Media, you know, at first I was really skeptical. I still am, and here's the reason. Eventually the novelty's gonna run out.
True.
Okay, you know, it says, yes, there was 12 movies, but Jason was only the killer in like 10 of them. And even then, you can't go to fucking New York, you know, shit like that. Like, that's just, first of all, he didn't really kill anybody in New York. He killed people on a boat. Yeah, that's exciting. But after a while, you're just gonna get bored, because it's just gonna be, well, alright, can we play as, like, Freddy? You know, unless if they throw Freddy Krueger in it, who gives a shit?
I mean,
That's my problem.
I guess the main thing you have to really worry about is like, is the one game mode gonna be it?
That's what I'm also worried about. Like, I would imagine, like, maybe there's like a hunt mode for Jason, like you play as Jason, you hunt people, then like maybe he plays like a cop and try to kill Jason. I mean, which after a while is kind of impossible. Maybe like Tommy Jarvis, the hero of the franchise, who in Part 4 killed Jason, accidentally resurrected him in Part 6, but changed to Rock at the end. But he's kind of like that guy, you know, like there never was another character like him afterwards. Or do you fight the Psychic in Part 7? You know, like you have to avoid her her attacks or some shit. Which is interesting, but the last time there was a Friday 13th game was also like 20 some odd years ago. Actually, no, 30, I think. This is a 36-year-old franchise, you know? I mean, there's a reason why the movies kind of just got stale. It was the same thing over and over. People eventually get tired of the same thing. They get tired of Freddy Krueger doing the same thing over and over. They get tired of Leatherface doing the same thing over and over. And they're going to get tired of Jason. Now, Jason in NKX, for example, is a fun novelty because that's a fighting game. You know, like, he has his moveset, and it's funny seeing him, you know, opposite, like, Johnny Cage, or Liu Kang, or the Alien, you know? But in a game like this, where if it seems like it's just only online multiplayer, which, what happens if, you know, if I want to play it offline? Is it just me and a bunch of bots? It's not fun.
Honestly, I think this might be an online-only game.
Which is like why I'm so hesitant. But then again, there's also physical discs, so I would imagine that there's other games. Actually, you know what? Let me go on their website. Let me look this up. Because I feel like... Okay, so... This is the Friday 13th thing. It's like a backer thing. Now there's kills crafted by Tom Savini, and Tom Savini was makeup artist.
Pittsburgh native.
Yeah, Tom Savini was the guy who came up with like a lot of the gore and a lot of deaths in the original Friday.
And he
also
worked with George Romero a lot.
He did a lot of the zombies in Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Dead. He's a pretty popular guy.
He's even a biker in Dawn of the Dead.
Oh yeah. And no, you're thinking of Dust Till Dawn.
No, Dawn of the Dead.
Wasn't it Dust Till Dawn?
Nope.
But it don't matter. It does not matter. Tom Savini also, he is a gore guy. I mean, he was consultant on Friday the 13th Part 4 for the makeup for Jason, because he did makeup for the original Child Jason, which I want to play as Child Jason. You know what? Fuck the adult Jason. I want to run around as a little deformed 11-year-old boy with a big ass like knife and just kill people. You know,
I don't know how parents would take that.
Fuck the parents.
I mean, yeah, they're kind of ruining video games, but...
Okay, so there's like clothing packs and stuff for Jason, or for, not Jason,
The counselors?
the camp counselors. Yes, and apparently there's a Tom Savini designed Jason. There's like there's a few other, Phoebe Shetty. What is this? I don't know what that means. It's $1. This is like a backer thing I'm on. Updates on Kickstarter. Let me see, because I'm trying to see what they have. I don't want to knock this game. I am so excited. I grew up watching Friday the 13th. I grew up, you know, like, Friday the 13th is one of my favorite horror movies. I'm popping in, boom, go. But if this is just the same thing over and over again, it's not going to be fun.
Yes. Thank God.
Okay, so actually, it turns out that you'll be playing as, you can also play as characters from the movie. It says here, Many Faces of Death, Part 9, Jason Goes to Hell character, Part, is this just Jason? Or, no, these are pure, they say characters. They're not saying who. My guess would be Part 6, probably be like, I'm guessing these are probably like the heroes. Which that's neat. Sackhead Jason, model reveal, stuff like that. Now, I mean, there are people who worked on the movies, like the original movies, doing this. Like Harry Manfredi, who did the theme of Friday the 13th, which is basically just a redone version of Psycho, like, you know, that the shower theme and all that, like Norman Bates or something like that. It was basically that, because Friday the 13th is a ripoff of two movies, Halloween and Psycho. It's basically that.
True.
I mean, it's what it always was, you know, at least in the original. I do wonder if we'll play as Roy, the imposter from Friday the 13th Part 5. I mean, it would just still be playing as Jason. But
yeah, like that's what I was going to say. They'll probably just say, oh, hey, this is, you know, Jason
Roy's
from...
costume.
No, they probably won't make any mention of that. They'll probably just say, this is Jason from...
Oh,
like,
wait a minute. Let me see this. Apparently it's a sandbox mode?
that could be cool.
Sackhead looks really good. Part 7, of course. This is from PAX East. This is only 52 cents. And this is alpha footage, but it was captured in engine. Alright, let me see. Okay, you're hiding under the bed, kind of like what you were in the gameplay. Jason's trying to open the door. Oh shit, fire. Okay, so like the environment reacts as Jason opens the door. That's kind of interesting. And the fire extinguisher falls. Okay, he's just chopping down the. Okay, yep. Oh fuck. Oh shit, you're fucked. Yeah, you feel like you're fucked when you see this, because Jason is walking, like Jason chops down the door, right? And this is his part 7 appearance, so yeah, that's definitely him. You did. But I wonder if there's any other modes. That's what I'm trying to see. Like, what is there? Because there has to be. With all this work put into it. Because they got the guy who fucking did all this. Oh, there's vehicles. Okay. I'm guessing this is like. Huh. Alright, so this looks like you can do sandbox shit all the while trying to escape from Jason Voorhees or kill as Jason. And it doesn't look like Jason runs, because in the earlier movies, Jason ran. I know we're talking about this quite extensively, but there's a lot, because this is a Kickstarter game, too. This was called originally Slasher Part 1 Summer Camp.
No, I think Slasher came out.
It did?
Yeah, Slasher's an actual game.
Oh, I thought it was. Well, what am I thinking? I'm thinking of something else. Well, regardless, the story with this is that Gun Media had a game that looked a lot, and I mean a lot, like Friday the 13th. The dude even wore a hockey mask. But you can get away with a hockey mask through not doing certain trademarks, like the little chevron era things that Jason's got on his hockey mask. Which I just now recently that's what they're learned that's what they're called. They're called chevrons. Which is weird. But New Line Cinema, who owns Jason Voorhees and Friday the 13th respectively, which is also Warner Brothers, I guess they're like, you know what, fuck it, what's the point of, you know, they get a free game out of it because they don't have to spend any money. They don't have to spend any money because the money's being raised to make this game. It is $60 though, which is interesting.
Oh, no. It's Dead by Daylight that's out now. Or at least the beta's up. And it's almost exactly the same game as what Gun whatever's putting out.
Yeah, which, I mean, I guess, like I said, to avoid a lawsuit, Gun Media, I guess, worked with New Line Cinema. New Line Cinema is like, okay, you're just gonna make us a Friday the 13th game. Which, I don't know, I can't seem to find any information on any modes. Again, I'm sure there are different modes. I'm sure there's gotta be something.
Yeah, I mean, they can't just say, hey, here's a game.
It can't be just this, you know. And if it is this, I'll have fun with it. I'll get it. I'm not gonna get $60 and just buy it secondhand and just fucking. Is this also apparently gonna be released digitally through PSN and Xbox and Steam?
It's not gonna be a $60 game when it comes out.
No. I hope not.
If it is, I definitely will not be getting it.
I won't be either, and trust me, I'm a big Friday the 13th fan. I grew up, I saw all the movies, never saw any in the theaters, obviously, because I was fucking bored by the time the series was over, I was bored. You know, I was bored.
You didn't even see the remake in theaters?
No. I mean, the remake is okay, and I don't think even then, I don't see anything about the remake to it, you know. Here's remake Jason, because it's the remake Jason, like, you know, it's not that much to it, it's just a bigger Jason with hair and a hockey mask. I mean, he looked cool, but, you know, it's whatever.
In the end, it's still just Jason.
It's just Jason. And there's gonna be fatigue. And it's gonna be bigger fatigue than with Call of Duty.
Oh. I thought you
know, I'm just talking about with, I'm sorry, I'm talking about with, like, the game. There's just gonna be people getting tired of it. So, I mean, people get tired of Grand Theft Auto or something. Because it's the same thing.
I've gotten tired of Grand Theft Auto multiple times.
Right, and I've gotten tired of it too. People get tired of Call of Duty. because it's the same thing, like we were saying earlier. You know, it's the same thing, then it's something totally different. You know, it's just space, for God's sake. Which, speaking of space, you know, Jason was sent to space in the early 2000s. And they did that as like a placeholder movie for Favorites Jason, but it's beside the point, excuse me. I don't think we'll be going to space, just because so many of the deaths would have to be altered. It seems like the deaths that Jason commits in these games, you know, in this game, for this area, or for these areas. A lot of the areas in the movies, they're almost the same place. I swear to God, they probably filmed all these movies in either New Jersey or Massachusetts. Yeah. These were filmed at camps, like actual summer camps. But at the end of the day, as much as I want to be excited, I'm more hesitant. If I was a younger, foolish man, I would immediately pre-order it and be wearing a Friday the 13th shirt every day till the game came out. But I'm older, and I'm not falling for it. I don't want to make it seem like it's a scam. It's not. I mean, it's clearly a product being made. But how do we know Jason plays well, too? Jason can feel very clunky. And it could be not fair because, think about it too, think about it from perspective of this. People can, you know, if there's vehicles that help you escape, people can easily get to it. Now, if Jason can run or Jason can teleport, you know, at great lanes, because we don't know what the draw length is for that either.
It's true.
Who knows? I feel like I want to be excited, but I can't. How do you feel about it? Because I'm sorry, I talked most of this, but...
I mean, you've got most of the information on it. I barely know anything about it.
But with the info I've told you, though, like, how do you... And it's seeming... Or, I guess, the early alpha gameplay.
I mean...
How do you feel about it?
It definitely looks like it'd be fun. Like, say Yumi and Tom had it. Because I think Yumi and Tom could have some funny fucking commentary.
We would just... Yeah, we would just have, like you'd be like... Like, I can imagine one of us throwing stones at Jason, like, ah, fuck you, Jason, this is how you kill him! This is how you do it!
That sounds accurate.
And we scream, the power of Christ compels you, or something like that. And then I get pulled into hell. But, yeah, I feel like even that we're just gonna get bored and move on to something else.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, continue like with what you were saying.
Oh, no, I mean, there's really not much else to say. It's like, the game looks awesome. I'm excited for it. But at the same time...
Jason looks better than I thought he would.
Yeah.
But even then... like, looking at like Sackhead, for example. Sackhead Jason... wasn't a big Jason. He was kind of like a scrawnier Jason. Right, man, I think he had a little bit of a gut too. Like, he was kind of fat. Okay, let me look this up. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find information on this Friday the 13th game. So F13. Okay, so this is the website, f13game.com. Thing.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sending you another video for the next topic because I don't think you saw this one, and I really think you should. Sam Witwer is the main character.
Ooh, Star Killer and Doomsday.
Yeah. So I'm actually quite excited for whatever this may contain.
Yeah, you tried to kill Metropolis and Clark, asshole.
It's not his fault. His daddy didn't love him. And Chloe didn't love him.
Yeah, really. Yeah, really. That was all her fault.
Yeah, it was.
Chloe's a bitch.
You can't just say stuff like that.
Smallville, Chloe Sullivan's a bitch. I said it.
Alright then, I guess you can say stuff like that.
Fuck Felicity.
You can definitely say that. Nobody likes Felicity.
I'm kidding, Chloe was sorry. Okay, so this looks like it's end of the world.
Yeah.
Post-apocalyptic. Oh shit, you're a post-apocalyptic biker.
Yeah, you are.
Looks like Sam Witwer fused with John Marston, face-wise.
That actually sounds quite accurate.
Aww. Aww. I want this game. I want this game.
Well, I mean, you should probably watch the gameplay trailer too. Because it is...
I know.
It does have zombies. Well, zombie-like creatures. But I mean...
Enough of the zombies.
Sam Witwer, though. As, like, a super emotional... Like, a super emotional biker. Post-apocalyptic.
So, if Star Killer wasn't a whiny bitch near the end...
And he's an actual bounty hunter, instead of just being Vader's go-kill boy.
Vader's like, hey, I don't like this guy. Can you kill him? Yes, Lord. Oh, kill your hot pilot. No, Lord Vader. Fuck you. That's literally the plot.
Yeah, for all intents and purposes, that is exactly what the plot was.
Vader just had to give him like first of all, the only female pilot, as far as I was concerned.
I mean,
Who was hot as shit and put him, and like this dude probably hasn't been near a woman. Hey, has someone that hasn't killed.
yeah, probably not.
But regardless, it looks really good. I'll watch the gameplay in the morning when I'm not like super tired.
There's another game.
What other game?
It's called Detroit Become Human. And it's made by the people...
That sounds like that could be a RoboCop game.
Well, here, I'm definitely gonna send you this one. Because it's a choice-based game. But it's got much better gameplay than the Telltale series. If you've ever played anything from Quantic Dream, they did Heavy Rain.
Oh, okay.
They did Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls. Both are phenomenal games and also available for PS4 right now. And watch this trailer, and if you think this is the kind of game that you'd be into, then I definitely implore you to, at some point, pick up Beyond Two Souls and Heavy Rain, because they have a bundle on here for like $40 for both games, and they're both like, they started off when they first came out on PS3 as $60 games. So they're definitely worth it games.
My name is Alex Murphy. Seriously, it's just like a more streamlined version of RoboCop.
I mean, watch it.
That's alright, I'm not knocking.
Ooh, I got a new freaking thing. Oh my gods.
Saw that coming.
Did you?
Yep. Alright. Everyone got fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Shut the fuck up, Terminator, bitch. Synth.
Essentially, yes, they are synths.
Which are Terminators.
No.
Which are more or less Robocop. This is very interesting.
Yeah, I feel like we're finally hitting the right stride with video games now. We're getting games that are going to be more...
They make you think.
Yeah, yeah.
Jay, I'm more for that. You know, I like to think in games. How's my brain? Get it? No. In all seriousness, it does look pretty good. I'm interested as to what the story's about. Like, if you'll have to fight the fact that you know you're a robot. Maybe you aren't. Maybe you're a cyborg, like RoboCop. You know, Alex Murphy had to fight for his humanity back.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, a series of prime directives that would always mess him up. Just saying. Anyway, any more games to cover, buddy? I'm sorry, do you have anything that you wanted to say about it?
Not really. I'm kind of... Like, I just wanted to show you it, see your reaction. It looked like a really good game to me. There's other games that were announced and were shown and everything, but nothing I really want to go over right now.
Yeah.
And you seem like you're getting really tired.
The big thing I wanted to go over was fight team. I'm sorry if I kind of rambled on a little bit. I get tired.
No, it's all good. You never have to apologize. I definitely wanted to go over it, and we did. And you had way more information than I was even expecting, so that's always good.
I mean, I've been following it off and on, too.
It's true. But, alright, well, I guess that's really the end of this video. We had a nice 2-hour discussion.
Wow,
So,
yeah.
I'm gonna go make dinner.
Yeah. Everyone have a good evening, guys.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really means the world to me. Honestly, I really want to thank you, Brian, for doing this discussion with me. Like I said, you had a lot more information about some of these games than I did. Oh, do you?
I'm kidding. I do, but don't worry about it. I would be okay.
That's cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna
Night,
end this
everybody.
now. All right. Later.
No, I'm not going to bed.
Yeah, no, I was saying later to